Alright, YouTube, this is my comic review for XO Man of War number 7. Really cool cover here. This is the third part of like a story arc. The story arc where I don't even know if the story arc has a name, but it's basically like this whole story arc where XO is being, the Vine have sent an assassin, like a human assassin known as Mean Jack, who's a well-known Valiant character, to come to get the XO Man of War armor from XO, to retrieve it, and what ends up happening is they get into a big struggle, and they end up and this issue is all about kind of them forming an alliance with each other. The free characters, them two, and the other guy that was sent to kill XO. He's a Vine operative. I think his name's Alexander. They basically, all three of them, kind of form an alliance in this issue, and it's really cool. I mean, I really enjoyed this issue, as it doesn't have as much action as a lot of the previous XOs had. XO's been a pretty fast-moving, action-packed comic so far. This one's kind of slow, in terms of sheer action, but it definitely makes up for it in the storyline. It's building up really good. It's kind of slow, but at the same time, it keeps you interested. You're not just sitting there like oh, more dialogue. Oh. No, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get the next page. I can see what happens, which is cool. There's a pretty cool little fight between Mean Jack and XO here. They have like a rematch. I'm really liking the relationship between XO and Mean Jack, because they're both. It's really interesting. It's very complex. They're both warriors. They're both fighters. So they both kind of have this, but they have very different mentalities on how to do warfare. Like, XO is like an infantry kind of guy. He's front lines. He's an old school warrior. He's used to just running in and stabbing someone. He's used to normal, honorable warfare, fighting, equal grounds. Where Mean Jack is like he's a spy. He's an assassin. He's used to lurking in the shadows and exposing an opponent's weak spots. Taking them out, easily and without much risk. So to see these two guys battling each other, and see these guys, and actually by the end of the issue they're working together, and to see them working together is just weird, and it's interesting because they've just got such a different viewpoint on how to fight and how to do their jobs. There's a great line in here. I'll read it to you real quick that I love, that Mean Jack has, where I'll show you the picture real quick. Mean Jack basically puts the sword up against Alexander's throat, which is XO's ally, as his method of holding the ground. Classic cautious thing. So XO has, XO's like a coward's trick, but it will require more than bright light to stop me from killing you. And I love Mean Jack. He's like, why is every time I employ a strategic move, the idiot I use it against labels me a coward? I love that dialogue. Mean Jack's got this great, like, sarcastic, almost like really dry kind of humor to his character, which I'm loving. He just throws facts out, and it's hilarious. I'm liking that they kept Mean Jack's costume so similar to his original, 90s Valiant costume. He's actually probably the most unchanged character so far. We don't really know that much about his background yet, but so far everything we know about him is exactly the same as his 90s counterpart. All the other characters have been kind of altered a lot, especially Shadow Man. Don't even get me started on Shadow Man. He's just not even the same character. But Mean Jack seems to be completely the same. He's got the same look, same costume, same same weaponry, same. He's even got the same kind of origin and background that he's an MI agent, MI6 agent. I'm guessing I'm guessing his whole backstory is the same. This was a really cool issue. I just can't stress that enough. I fairly enjoyed it. We also have a little bit of stuff here, back on the Vine ship, the Vine army, the general guy that the XO fought in, I think, the third issue. The XO took one of his eyes out. Well, he's got his army ready, and they're training, getting ready for the fight ahead. Because the whole XO comic is gearing up for a really big, collision. The Vine army is coming to attack Earth and destroy it because they're scared of the XO armor. They're scared that the humans are gonna be able to figure out how to manipulate it and maybe make more of them. So they're worried that the human race is becoming too strong, so they're gonna try to crush them while they still can. So I'm really loving that story arc. It's Exo is probably the one comic where Exo and Archer Armstrong are two comics that seem like they have the most plan. Like they've got they got the best game plan set up that I can see so far. Bloodshot and Harbingers is building up too, and Shadow Man it's too early to know about that one. But I'm really looking forward to how Exo pans out with the invasion. I'm also interested to see how long Mean Jack's gonna stay at Ally. I'm sure he's gonna be in the next couple issues, but after that, I wonder how long he's gonna stay as appearing. And I'm really hoping Valiant decides to hurry up and throw his own comic book. I know they're gonna do it at some point, but I'm just hoping they do it sooner than later. I'm really hoping Eternal Warrior and Mean Jack get their own comics soon. We have basically we have some really by the end of this issue it's basically the issue ends with Mean Jack and Exo and Alexander arriving in London, and they're getting ready to invade the basically Mean Jack's boss. Alexander, Mean Jack's boss, is their MI6. They're basically invading the headquarters and to try to get some information off of about the Vine so they can fight against them. So the next issue is gonna have a lot of action. I can almost guarantee it's gonna be like full blown just chaos and action, because you don't just invade MI6 headquarters and don't fight anybody. There's gonna be some blowing up, some knife slinging. It's gonna be a fun time. Give my overall review of this. Or my overall view of this is the art is cool. I like the art. It's probably my second least favorite art. My least favorite art would be the Harvinger's art, but Exo's art is probably second, just because I don't like the grittiness of it. It just feels, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not really a good art person, but it just has a weird kind of like inking to it. I don't like it that much. I mean, I like it. It's alright. I don't mind. Like, I like it. I love the way they draw. I love the way this artist draws Mean Jack, but the way he draws Exo, I don't care for it too much. Exo just doesn't look. He doesn't look like he's quite. And that's my problem with a couple of the characters. They just don't look as tough as they used to. Exo is a very tough badass, but he just doesn't look like as much of a badass as he used to. Same thing with Bloodshot. Bloodshot doesn't look like he's as tough as he used to be. He doesn't have as much muscle on him and his mask, and his face looks really young. But overall, the art's pretty decent, pretty good. It fits this kind of storytelling because it's gritty and violent, and it fits this kind of storytelling. Story was amazing. I really enjoyed the story. It had a lot of developments, a lot. We also got a lot of background story into the Hive and their history and their culture. There's there's a lot of dialogue in this issue, which is weird to see in an Exo comic, because usually Exo is not all that super dialogue heavy, but this one was really dialogue heavy. We got to find out a lot about their culture, about why they do the things they do, and what they believe in. Like, we got to find out more about their whole thing with plants and how they worship plants as gods. So overall, I'd give this issue I'd give it like probably an 8. It was pretty good. So that is my review of Exo number 7. Thank you for watching, guys.